Yo, giggity. I see you. So I'm hoping that I don't get booted. That YouTube doesn't try to boot me for some of the videos I want to show. You guys hear the train? I gotta check this out. YouTube is giving notifications at all, because I didn't get any notifications for like Makeup Mobster. See, and why is she not popping up on my, oh, there you are. Okay. I was going to say, oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't know how many of you guys have heard of Joe Diffie, but I wanted to play, he's a country singer. I wanted to play one of his songs because he passed away today. And yes, of the virus. It's actually kind of sad. So I thought, in remembrance of him, you know, I don't know if you guys know who he is, but I used to listen to country a lot when I was a kid, especially the older country, like the 90s country. That's what I grew up with. Hi, Pearls. How are you? How is everyone? I hope you're all doing well. So let's see if this works, guys. You have to tell me if you guys can still hear me.
Welcome to Earth, third rock from the sun. She walks into Smokies one hip at a time, like a broken field runner slipping through the line. He likes the way she looks, so he calls a little wife, says, don't wait up for me, I'll be working late tonight. Wife hangs up the phone, bursts into tears, calls her sister up and cries, get over here. Sister tells her boyfriend, be back in a while. Boyfriend wants a beer, the store is just a mile. He leaves the motor running, he'll only be a minute. His car drives away, the teenager's in it. The driver tells his buddies, got one life to live. They scream into the night, let's get it over with. Cause and effect, chain of events, all of the chaos makes perfect sense when you're standing around.
Right, Christy? I used to sleep to this music. I would blacken my TV and just keep the music part on. I loved it.
Truck jumps the curb. Truck hits a big boy in the Shoney's parking lot. Flies through the air, takes out the bank clock. Clock strikes a light pole, transformer sparks. Lines go downtown, goes dark.
Oh my gosh, Pearls. I am so sad. This is definitely a scary time. I am so sad. I'm so sorry, Pearls. I hope he's doing okay. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, I can't even, can't even say, oh, he's, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's just heartbreaking. How are you doing? Hi, Tawanda. How are you, sweetie? Good. I am so glad. It definitely is scary. It's we have a little over an 8-week-old baby here, and then my husband has, after his surgery he had, we found out a lot of things about his lungs that are not good due to being in the military. And so it's scary. It is, because, so I have to tell you guys this story. And it was funny after the fact, but it scared the crap out of my husband and my son. So they went to the store yesterday because they had to pick up some things. And while they're walking into the store with the cart, there was this gentleman, I guess, that was in the bathroom, like coughing. And as he walks out, he says, my husband says that he looked kind of grungy, like he was a kid, or not a kid, but young. But I guess what was he doing? Like scratching his butt and then coughing and then scratched his face and then turned around as he's walking out the door and started scratching his balls. I mean, it was disgusting.
And then he fist pumped his friend.
And then he turns around and he fist punches his friends as he's walking out the door. And my husband's like, oh my gosh, if you only knew where those hands had been. Yeah. Right, Tawanda? I'm ready to. Definitely ready to. Hey, the truth. I'm more, we're having with Isaiah, he's going through, I don't know. Hopefully we'll be able to get a hold of the doctor tomorrow. He doesn't have a cough, but I don't know, his feeding. I've been talking to Christy about it because I don't know if he's allergic to his formula, if he's, it's just really scary. There's a lot going on. A lot. It's, yeah.
Look, I follow Justin Bieber.
You follow Justin Bieber. And have you guys noticed how many celebrities are bored to death and that are putting out these video concerts? And oh my gosh, I just crack up. Have a good night, Pearls, and stay safe, sweetie. Thank you for watching.
Lizzo.
Who?
Lizzo.
Oh. Oh my goodness. So I figured I don't know if it's going to work or if it's going to boot me, but I'm going to try to show or share, screen share with you guys a video or a person that I follow that I watch a lot that usually he does videos.
Nana, I want to take some food.
Okay, hold on. He does videos on a lot of because he is an actual doctor, so he goes out and he does but he's a family doctor. Hold on, Harmony.
I took some food
in a little bit. But since the virus started, he has done a few videos, and this morning he did a premiere with, and I cannot remember the doctor's name, but the doctor that always, thanks, Ty. Gosh, ashes everywhere. But he did a premiere with one of the doctors that always goes on the platform with Trump. I never can remember his name. Or the scientists, doctor scientists, I believe they're, but anyways. So I'm going to try to play this video in hopes that it kind of helps you guys. And if you want the link to his channel, you can have it. I will, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this. Wrong. Okay. I know it's not very big.
Hey guys, we're incredibly lucky today to have Dr. Anthony Fauci, who's the
That's his
director
name,
of the
Anthony
Allergy and
Fauci.
Infectious Disease branch of the NIH. You may have seen him on stage with Trump as he's
The little
part of
man.
the coronavirus task force. He's going to be answering some of our questions.
So I'm trying, like I said,
Come on,
guys, I don't know
how's it going?
if they're gonna, hopefully they don't shut me down for playing it.
I can only imagine. I heard your wife was forcing you to get at least 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I'm proud of her for doing that.
But he answers a lot of really good questions.
All
on
right, fair enough.
the
Well,
virus.
first of all, let me say a huge thank you for joining us on the YouTube channel. Everyone in the YouTube community really appreciates what you're doing. My whole channel is about fact checking, putting out accurate info, and you've essentially become the face for that. So huge thanks from all of us. for
And I'm
that.
watching my phone in hopes
Let's start by
to
talking
catch
about
it if I,
social
yeah.
distancing. It's something that I've explained to my audience that's incredibly important. That's how we control the spread of this virus, the run on hospitals. There's been a lot of talk recently about curtailing that. I'm curious, not so much about the date, because as you said, the virus doesn't have a timeline.
Okay, so it's like a 15-minute
we're going to be using to measure when
video.
it may be safe to curtail the social distancing. Is it number of those who are ill, fatalities, a hospital preparedness?
And I'm hoping
What say you?
Well, it's a combination
It's-
of things, and it's going to be different
last.
through different regions of the country because you can't look at it as unidimensional. I mean, New York is clearly different from Washington, and it's clearly different from Alabama. But in direct answer to your question, you look at two things. You look at the kinetics of the outbreak when you're in the middle of an outbreak. So once it starts reaching that point of plateauing a bit and coming down, you don't want to stop the social distancing, but you may be able to relieve the restrictions on movement in order to get basic supplies to people so that they're not just locked down. If you have an area that has very few cases, what you want to do is you want to test a lot in that area to get a feel for what the penetrance of the virus
There we
is.
go.
And when you get an individual case, you want to immediately identify it, isolate it, contact trace it, and get it out of society. If you do that efficiently, you may be able to open up that community because you're doing good containment. You know, the two major pillars are containment, where you try to stop the spread, and the other is mitigation, when you say, oh my goodness.
Yes, I've got the
it's here.
sniffles.
What are we going to do to prevent it from getting worse?
Do you think that there would be any conditions where you think politicians may act too soon and start saying, let's start opening up some of these restrictions? What would happen in a red alert type scenario like that?
Well, I think that would be unfortunate, and that's the thing that we advise against. If you do open up too soon, you can
Right,
have
Christy?
the
I couldn't
reverse
imagine
effect
it. That would
as it's
be
going
rough.
this way, then
It would
starts
be.
going back up.
Sure.
And then you essentially compound the need for the kind of things, respirators, ventilators, hospital beds, ICU, things like that.
You've talked a little bit about seasonality, the possibility that this virus may go away for the summer, may return in the fall, certainly not a definite. But if that were to happen, what preparations can we take as ordinary citizens for the fall? And myself, as someone who's on the front lines as a family medicine doctor, what can we do?
Okay. First of all, if that happens, and to be honest with you, I think it's going to happen, I really don't see something as robustly transmitted as this disappearing the way SARS did, particularly if we start to see an increase in infections
Right?
in the Southern Hemisphere, Southern Africa, places like that, now as they enter their winter, which means for sure a cycle will come back. That means that as we go down in our cases, we've got to use that time to prepare that it doesn't happen to us to the extent that it did the first time around. That's why we've got to do the vaccine development that we're doing. We've got to do clinical trials in drugs, randomized controlled trials that prove things work, as opposed to maybe they're going to work. Those are the things that we need to do, as well as get the kind of testing capabilities so that you can do good containment without waiting until it gets into mitigation. We may have a window.
I'm watching
and
my
it's not gonna
phone
be
and
over. We
watching the
need to
computer
start
at the same
before it
time.
starts to go down, but we need to gird ourselves that it may come back.
You mentioned the clinical trials. There's hundreds of clinical trials going on right now, testing all sorts of combinations, remdesivir, hydroxychloroquine, even plasma transfusions are all on the table. I know that we don't have any randomized controlled results yet. Do you have a medication or a treatment that you think is a front runner at this time?
Well, you know, we have a remdesivir trial that we do have a randomized controlled trial, and I would hope that within the next couple of months or less, and I would say or less.
Oh, I can't either.
Signal,
I can't, I mean,
well, let's do it. Let it rip with that drug,
I was
or we're going to get nothing. And then we'll say, get it off the table and stop wasting.
trying to remember the other virus that they were talking about before, like the N1 and all that. And gosh, it wasn't even it wasn't as bad as this. Like, we weren't as worried, I don't think, as what we are now. It's scary. It's definitely scary.
Time.
Sure.
But I think that's going to be reasonably soon.
Okay.
And also the plasma transfusions, immune globulin, those kinds of things, monoclonal antibodies, they're all going to be going into testing.
Okay. When I meant about the randomized controlled studies, that we don't have the results to those studies yet, because that's why it's difficult to pick a front runner.
We don't have the results.
Yeah, the N1H1.
Not big enough yet. When we get a big enough N, we'll know.
Absolutely. We need them powered. Young people, they seem to be more affected, or at least that's what the media is telling us here in the United States. Is that true? And if so, why here more than in China?
That's a good question. Everybody knows that the original China data made it look like young people virtually never got involved in a serious way. Then as we start getting into Italy, looking a little bit more like us, France, European countries, and ourselves, we're starting to see individuals in their 30s.
My thing when it comes to the whole China thing, it's just a theory that I have. I don't believe that they're being, that they're tracking it, as good as they are claiming, or they're not, because it doesn't make any sense how it hit them the worst and then all of a sudden they have no cases. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I guess I could be, that's why I'm not a scientist, I guess.
30s and 40s. Now, if you look at them, still, many of them have underlying conditions, even though they're 30 or 40. They have diabetes, they have hypertension, they have things like that. But if you look closely, you will see that there are young people who are otherwise well, who can get seriously ill. So we need to forget this, that if you're young, you're good to go, you have no problem. There are two issues with younger people you need to consider. A, you need to avoid infection, just like everybody else, not only for your own health, but even if you get trivially involved, you can be a vector that would ultimately infect someone who does have a real risk of serious conditions. It's kind of like the young, healthy 25-year-old gets infected, goes home, infects grandma and grandpa, or a 40-year-old uncle who has metastatic disease on chemotherapy. That's the problem.
There's been some talk about the possibility of reinfection with COVID-19. Now, do you think that this is more an issue with testing, that the test remains positive, or are they truly being infected for a second time with the virus?
I don't know the answer to that 100%, but I would be willing to bet on my experience, and I'll bet your experience, that any virus that you have, if you do well, recover and clear the virus, if it acts like any other virus, you're going to have lasting immunity. Sure. You're not going to get reinfected.
Yeah, the way that I've thought about it is there's certain illnesses where
See, that's what I was trying to point out that I really like a lot that he says is that more than likely you will not get, your body's going to build immunities to it. So, which is good, right? I mean, I don't know.
you get lifelong immunity, chicken pox, measles with your 2 vaccinations. So maybe this won't be lifelong immunity, but to say there is none where you can get reinfected in 2 weeks, something seems off.
No, that's inconceivable to me that that's the case. I mean, you're going to have some degree of durable immunity. You're right. It may not be 50 years, but it's certainly going to be a matter of a few years.
Sure. For myself as a healthcare provider, this is something my hospital system even asked me to ask you. When is it safe for us to return to work once we've either tested positive for COVID-19 or, with a lack of testing kits, had an upper respiratory viral illness where we don't know if it was COVID-19? When can we return? Is it when fever subsides, 24 hours after fever subsides, or do we do a full 14-day or 21-day quarantine?
If you are a healthcare provider or someone who is in a critical infrastructure and you need to get back to work, to assume that you're infected, what you can do is that you can wear a mask, take your temperature daily, monitor yourself. If you get symptoms, get out of circulation. If not, assume you're infected, but do it in a way where you don't infect anybody else. Otherwise, every one of our healthcare providers are getting exposed every day. They can't assume they're infected. They've just got to go to work. And that's one of the things we're going to be recommending.
Makes sense. That brings me to the topic of personal protective equipment.
That would irritate me too, Christy. I think a lot of people, the problem is that a lot of people are not taking this as serious as they should. And I believe that they think because they're young or they're hard-headed or whatever reason it may be, that it's not going to affect them, when that's not it at all. Not at all. It's going to affect you if you don't take, precaution and do what you need to do. Right? I don't understand. I just don't understand sometimes some people's ways of thinking. So now I'm going to take you guys to another look at I cannot remember trying to think. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to think of the one that I watched today. I have to look it up on my phone. That I really wanted to have you guys no. There we go. Okay, hold on. I'm looking. Yeah, Joe Diffie passed away. Austin, an old country singer. It was really sad. Okay, let me see, guys. I'm trying to go through my history here and go back to, right here. Modern aging. Okay, hold on. Okay. I hate how much it lags. It lags a lot. Right? You can't lock him in the house. Wish we could, though.
Who? Lock who in the house?
Oh, her uncle. Okay.
Hey, what is up, everybody? So today, I'm getting personal. My daughter contracted coronavirus. Luckily, she is better now, but now my husband has it. This is where the sad face emoji goes. I want to talk to you today about how I've managed so far to escape from getting it, what our home treatment plan has been, and how we set up our apartment to keep 6 feet apart. I'm Risa Morimoto, your host, and you're watching Modern Aging, where we chat about innovative and holistic ways to optimize our health and well-being as we age.
Sorry, guys, I'm fast forwarding it.
Subscribe on it, and that little bell next to it.
Just a little bit.
Whenever a new episode is uploaded. Be sure to check out our website at thisismodernaging.com to get the news of our latest and upcoming programs. Okay, so let's be real. This all feels like a ridiculous bad joke or something. Wouldn't it be great to just wake up to this nightmare of a movie that has become our lives?
Hey, Remy.
Such luck. Not in my family. My family's been hit by this coronavirus, so we've been forced to face this pandemic head on. I want to share our experience with you so that perhaps you can find something useful in what we did if you find yourself in the same predicament. At the time, when it happened, it felt like an uncontrollable crisis, but it did become manageable once we put systems in place. First off, I just want to say there's a lot of anxiety about there, whether or not people think they have symptoms. The anxiety and fear is real. But we also have to take a step back and not freak out, because the anxiety may be actually making things appear worse than they
Right.
actually are. So take a deep breath. And if you're incessantly watching the news, you have to stop, because it's not helping. So here's what happened and what we did. So my teenage daughter, she came home from school not feeling well a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
This is when the hysteria was beginning, and we were starting to see that this pandemic was real and coming to our town and coming very soon. I have to be honest, at the time, I completely freaked out and I lost it. But then I got into my producer mode. You know, for all those producers out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I
So
love it.
When that
everybody
hits
can.
the fan,
I
you
don't
have to
care,
solve
but
problems. And so
again,
that's what I did. So she had the classic
pieces of
symptoms of
shit
fever and dry
that
cough, but
jump
luckily nothing.
and
Gave
make
her
up all these
Tylenol for the
fucking
fever,
stories.
but really the cough, nothing except for
President
maybe some
just
cough
said
drops from time to time.
Easter would have
The real
been
question
great.
was this COVID-19?
but the science isn't
I called
there.
around to try to get her
We're
tested.
shutting
but it
down
was
at
impossible.
least till the
Apparently,
30th
there's
of
just
April.
not enough tests to go around.
Yeah.
And the ones that they do
So-
have, they're using on severe cases
Nice.
only.
Now,
So
it's
we were left
federal.
to our
That
own.
doesn't, I mean,
We
you know,
really,
he's
honestly,
just
will never know
saying,
for sure if
hey,
she
we're
had
gonna stay
coronavirus
shut
unless she
down.
can get it to anybody.
Mhm.
But at the
The
time,
states could
we were told to treat
extend
it as though
it.
she did.
We're
so
still 2
that's what we
weeks,
did.
at least 2
Luckily,
weeks from
she's a
the bad
teenager, so
We're not
and
even
a toddler,
in
so she can
April
take care of
yet.
herself for the most part. We quarantined her in her bedroom, and we designated one of the 2 bathrooms for her to use only. She stayed in her room for about 4 days, which is about how long her illness lasted for her.
No,
I
I
did not
agree,
go into her
Christy.
room.
That's why I watch
Anything
it.
that she needed, I put by her door. Her meals were brought to her in her room. I was the only person to touch the tray. I washed my hands like crazy. I wore a mask, and so did she. We had to interact at all. It was honestly very tough for her to stay in her room, of course. But then she got to set up her computer so she could watch Netflix, which normally we would not allow. But because we did, life became a little bit more bearable for her. Once she started feeling better, she was allowed to come out of her room as long as she was careful what she touched. She washed
I
her
know,
hands a lot,
Lisa. I
and
think
she was
everybody is
protected
on
whatever she touched.
edge.
She wore a face mask outside of her bedroom, as did I, when we would interact. We washed all her bedding and clothes. The CDC now says for those who have had symptoms and not tested for COVID-19 and now feeling better, there are 3 markers you should look out for to determine if they are still contagious. Number 1, they've had no fever for 72 hours. That is without the use of any medicine. Number 2, their symptoms have improved, like if they had a cough or a sore throat. And number 3, 7 days have passed since their symptoms first appeared. If you check off all 3, then the person is probably no longer contagious. My husband's case, unfortunately, has been a little bit different. His virus started with a cough, and then a few days in, he developed a fever with aches and pain. He's been taking Tylenol, but after a few days, his fever is still up and down and hasn't yet broken. He doesn't have much of an appetite, so I'm trying to get him to continue to drink liquids, which is super important to flush out the fever. Also, a neighbor, she just bought us some organic elderberry juice, so I started to give that to him, and I started to drink it too. Elderberries are known to have anti-inflammatory.
I'm really
and
thinking
antiviral
we're
properties
going to buy some
and
elderberry as well.
allergies.
I've heard nothing
I'll
but
put a
good
link in the
things about
description below.
elderberry.
Check it out. Luckily, neither my daughter nor husband have had a sore throat, but it is something that I suffer from time to time. So I just wanted to suggest gargling with warm water, warm salt water, actually, and then also taking zinc. Zinc, you don't want to take on an empty stomach because it can upset it, but tea, fresh slices of ginger, lemon, honey, awesome, and it helps to soothe your throat.
I
My
forget
husband
there's a
is quarantining
freaking
himself
lag
in a little small
sometimes.
bed in there. He's been there for almost a week now. I don't go into his room unless it's to bring him something. And if I do go in, I put on my mask, he puts on his, and I don't hang out there for more than 5 minutes. I've marked flatware and plates, bowls.
This is
that are
where
strictly for him. We don't
it
share
kinda-
towels, bedding,
yeah.
or anything. The big challenge has been our dog Mimi. She loves my husband and wants to be near him all the time. So I put up a baby gate so she doesn't go into his room. But of course, it's hard to do 100% of the time because I'll forget, or I'm in there talking to him and she'll sneak up behind me and jump on his bed. They say that the virus can live on your pet's fur, and whether or not that's 100% or not, I'm not sure. But it does make sense since this virus tends to like to live on surfaces. The other alternative, of course, is that the healthy people don't.
here
touch
lately,
pets.
Lisa.
That's
Me too.
crazy too. I mean, I put light blankets on our sleeping spots now, just in case, so that way I can wash the blanket and not the entire couch. I've also been giving Mimi baths. Not happy about that at all. So I know that I need to get better at keeping that baby gate up. For now, we're taking it day by day. We definitely do not want to go into the hospital. It is a breeding ground for the virus. We are super lucky because the virus is not bad enough where we need hospital intervention. We are doing our best to create a system within our household to keep the healthy people healthy and bring the sick people back to health. And I think this is going to be very common. I can't stress enough how important it is to be eating healthy right now, whether you are sick or not. Whole, real foods, lots of fruits and vegetables. Stay away from processed foods if you can. If you don't cook, there are meal kits you can order, as well as tons of simple recipes online to try. Just try. We've partnered with Splendid Spoon, which is a meal kit delivery company. They have some amazing plant-based smoothies, bowls, and
Okay, that's where they go into like advertisement. So okay, Okay. So I just thought some of that stuff was kind of really very informative that I've, seen. Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee as well. Before all this though, I was only drinking probably 1 cup of coffee in the morning. And now it's gotten to where I'm drinking like 1.5 cups in the morning, and then I'll make it throughout the day. I don't know if it's, but then I've had a sore throat too. So I don't know if it's because of my sore throat and I do have a little bit of a cold, but I've had this cold for a long time. So I don't think, it's not gotten any worse than just the sniffles. And actually, I don't even really have a cough with it except for at night. But, right, Christy, buy this. That's why I was like, no, I'm turning that off. But Perry came in and apparently said that the president just stated that everything will be on lockdown, at least federal wise, until the end of April. Now it's not going to be reopened come Easter. The scientific has proven that it's going to, it's just not going to happen, which I don't think I saw it coming anyway. Yeah, see, I have too. I've had a cold off and on, and I don't know if it's my allergies, because I've heard as you get older, some of us get allergies apparently, I guess. I don't know. I've never had allergies though, even as a kid. So it kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's so sad to me because, like, my youngest is still in school. He's in, 9th grade. And he told me the other day, he's like, Mom, this is my, how do you put it? Mom, this is my quarantine time. If I have to get up at 6 something in the morning, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm just like, school has to go on though, kid. Yeah, that's what my husband was just saying, Lisa, is that it's going to go into May. And like he said, apparently it hasn't even hit the peak of it, like of what they're expecting. Let's hope and cross our fingers that maybe it won't get as bad as what they're expecting. Or, I'm hoping, I'm praying, because it's sad. I mean, like Joe Diffie, the one that just passed away, today. The country singer, apparently he had found out just yesterday that he tested positive for the virus, and then he passed away today. He was only 61. So, he had tweeted, I guess, last night saying how, him and his family want to be left alone and private and everything. And then all of a sudden today he's gone. That's just sad. Yeah. What? I don't know who just texted me. Somebody just texted me. This is what it says. Do not download this information. It's not working, and I'm not receiving anything. That's what it is stating. Take me off the list. What list? I don't even know. I think they accidentally texted my phone. That's funny. That's the second time I've got to. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's sad. And so yesterday, I've been kind of watching these parody songs. So many people, oh my gosh, bless their hearts. They're just bored. They're just bored because there are so many videos with parodies of, changing up the words or the lyrics to certain songs. And oh my gosh, it's so funny. So funny, the things that and it has to do, with the virus and or toilet paper, or oh my goodness, what is his name? The guy with the puppets, that I cannot remember his name. Anyways, he's been going live too and putting out videos. He's a comedian, and I cannot remember his name. Let's see. Jeff Dunham. That's his name. I wonder if it would let me. I don't want to get in trouble for showing. Yeah, some of them are just really funny, and I thought that's kind of what I was going to show. Yes. Was, because I know a lot of this is caused boredom and cabin fever in a lot of us, and a lot of us have been cooped up in the house for weeks, and so we're just getting pissed off at different things, and including YouTube, certain things on the tube, and the things that people say, and and so I was gonna, I don't know.
I think Andrew's coming to get me.
Is she? It's definitely I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if I can get to. You too, Lisa. Have a good day, honey. Stay safe. So let's see. I know. I'm boring, guys. I'm boring. And I know a lot of drama has been going on lately that I've been watching too, believe me. It doesn't go unseen. Thank you, honey.
Good job.
Dude, I've been keeping this house.
It gets... Where's Christy? Did Christy leave? I think Christy left. Let's see. Let's do a subject change here. Let's talk about...
Mice.
Huh?
Remember these?
Not... Yes, Alyssa showed me those. Let's talk about a little bit of drama.
Donald Trump and Jay Inslee.
You guys want to talk about drama? Drama.
Mommy, do you know about that? How Donald Trump didn't want Pence to tell Washington State to go in lockdown and all that because Trump believes that Jay Inslee doesn't listen and he's not a good, not president, but good
Governor.
Yeah, they've been beefing.
Oh, looking for food. I know. I'm supposed to cook dinner tonight too.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, meatloaf. So what y'all think about so there's 5 people in here. So what y'all think about what's going on with the whole make a mobster thing? I think it's sad, personally. Everybody else wants a voice, including all these subscribers that, that she apparently is going after, but yet they won't allow her the same respect. Right, Christy? Right? I just think it's a little screwed up that, everybody else wants the respect of having a voice on here, but yet they won't allow, they're taking advantage of the platform and won't allow make a mobster to have her voice. It's just, I don't know. It's just wrong to me. Just very wrong to me. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Let's put it that way. And I've tried to stay out of the drama. I really have. I have. I've kind of kept to myself, kind of tried to, keep my mouth shut. But sometimes it gets, and for some reason, YouTube is not giving notifications to people either. I don't understand that either. So let's see, guys. Exactly, Christy. That's what I don't get either is why is it it's like they all have one brain and it comes off of one specific person. And I'm not going to name names, but you know what I mean? I don't know. But if you listen to that one brain, apparently that one brain hasn't done anything wrong to deserve, but yet, I don't know. It's double standards. That's the problem. The double standards. Oh, I agree. I think, I understand having this pent up anger inside of you or being pissed off at the world because you can't go out and do what you want to do right now, but come on, stop taking it out on other things and other people that have nothing to do with the reason why you're angry. Fact is, human beings, our very first instinct or emotion to go to is anger. Instead of showing our true anger, we instantly go to anger because it's the easiest one to deal with. It's just, I don't know. It's just sad to me. When did not everybody's voice not matter? I mean, I just don't get that. I know I made that all mixed up, didn't I? It's just wrong. And I get so angry at certain things and certain people. And then I just look at other things and other people that have said things. And I just, I kind of laugh because they sound stupid. Especially when they're lying. It's just, I don't know. There we go. Yeah, it's redonkulous is what it is. Redonkulous. I don't know. I've just been trying to come up with different videos, different subjects to go off of and try not to delve into the drama like I just did. Just because I don't want this channel to be based on drama. I really don't. And I have my opinions on certain things, and I don't understand why we're not allowed to have our opinions, or why other opinions matter more than other people's opinions. That makes no sense. But
the Titanic all over again. They were singing outside someone's yard in Sumner.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, they can adopt mine too. I'll keep the grandbabies. You can have the kids. Mm-hmm.
It only takes Seth. Austin's 18.
Right. I don't know. It's just frustrating. I want to come up with a different right, Christy? I've just been kind of trying to come up with, like I said, different ideas for videos and different. So if anybody has any, just leave them in the comments. We'll, look them through. I guess we're trying to look more for the non-drama, scenarios, I guess, just because it takes so much out of you. It really does. A couple of neighbors too, right? Oh my gosh. Wow. I can't, yeah. I would love to have you as my neighbor. So I'm going to make meatloaf tonight for dinner. And I think I might record it. I don't know. We'll see. So any suggestions? Anybody want to? I don't know. Looks like it's just you and I, Christy. Fun times. I think I might have one more smoke and then I'll probably call it a night so I can go cook dinner. But I hope what we showed does help people. I hope that it's informative. I hope that I hope that it helps somebody. Not, I'm trying to. Oh yeah, I was supposed to get the link for that too, wasn't I? I'm trying to kind of calm people's fears, I guess, is what I really would like to do, just because I know there's a lot of people that are really scared out there, and you should be. We should all be scared. But, I think too that I'm trying to find the link on this. I can't find the link for his channel. That's really weird. That's his Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. That's just, maybe it's about me? Sorry, guys, I'm not looking at the chat if anybody's... Oh, my goodness. Right? I'm looking for the... the link to Dr. Mike's channel, but I can't, it won't give it to me. That's weird. I don't know. I guess I can put it in the, I guess I could always put it in the description. I've been watching so much stuff on like babies, like the rice water that we were talking about before, because trying to figure out like how much to give him, is it safe for him to eat, because he's only like, gosh, a little over 8 weeks old. I'm trying, there you go. Did I ever send you that link that shows you the video on how to make them? I don't know if I sent you the link or not. It's kind of neat how she shows everybody how to make the mass, and how you can take, I guess, a filter, and she does it where there's a pocket, and you can put like a filter in the pocket and then discard the pocket, But yeah, it's, I don't know. Yeah, I have to, maybe I sent it to my mom then. I think I might have sent it to my mom. I'll have to, yeah, I'll send it to you. But it's really cool. And she shows you, like, she even measures out and shows you the measurements, I guess, like the pattern that you can download and print off or something like that. And it's pretty neat what she, you know, how she shows you how to do it. But yeah, I've been just kind of watching. I've been watching some funny videos. Oh my goodness. Let's see. But the acid reflux is what I've been really looking into on babies, because it kind of, you know, scares me with little man. Let's see if we can find a song that will take us out. Well, it's just so sad. What's this? You know, I just wish that. Hey, Nene. Yeah, it's just, it's, I don't know, you guys. So many. Uh-oh, I pressed something. Whoops. See, that's what I get. Okay, let's see if we can find. What do you guys want to talk about? Give me some subjects. Oh yeah, we're staying safe. We've been locked in our home for weeks now, but I guess it's a good thing. So it's, yeah. I hope you're good. I hope you're staying safe too. CDC investigating. Wow. Oh gosh, you got to see this. This is so funny. Let's see if I can pull it up.
Hey guys.
Okay, hold on. I got to screen share. This is funny.
So if you need some songs to get you through the day, here are a few. I think I did it again. I just touched my face. It's the new cardinal sin. Oh, baby, I thought I never did it, but I guess I do. Like 5 times a minute. Yeah, I do it so much, it's scary, but it's involuntary. Ooh, baby, baby, ooh, I did it again. Yeah, I just touched my face. What else did I touch? Ooh, baby, baby, ooh, I just touched my clothes and then scratched my nose. I'm not that disciplined. You are my fave, but are you contagious? The social distance rules say go 6 feet that way. You know I love you, but I just can't touch you. We can hug again, maybe someday, but go 6 feet that way. Yeah. Tell me why much we can stop the spreading. Tell me why them carries tax already. That is why we all should be okay to go 6 feet that way. Hey doctors, yeah, we know we are hoes without you guys. We know you have way too many patients. Hey doctors, so we won't moan about our inconvenient lives. You guys are the ones who are courageous. Your workday is outrageous. Man, you must hate us, because we're all contagious. Here's the thing, we started out friends, but then we had to do fractions. Yeah, since you've been home, I'm gonna pull out all my hair, trying to understand upon its wear. Yeah, since you've been home, I never did math this way. Not sure this is helping you. How do teachers do this all day? Cause since you've been home, I gotta teach for the first time. I'm checking my phone, yeah. Thanks to Google, I will guess that's the answer they want. Since you've been home, near, far, where? You know, actually, no, not near. Let's just go with far. I believe that the quarantine will go on. My heart's beating so fast. Thank you guys so much. Another shout out to the doctors and the teachers. I don't know how you guys do this. Doctors, hang in there. We'll try to do our part. And thank you guys for doing yours.
Oh my gosh.
Subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
This is not.
Honest, nothing tells me to go this way all the time. And my way is faster.
Every time you do this, the administration.
Right,
It's
Nene?
different because I know this route. I tried it last night. I'm going to take my car down the other road because I know more than Apple Maps knows. Gonna take my car down the other road because I know more than Google Maps knows. I know that Hobo GPS will always have success, but I don't like this route, so I'm going to take a left. Keep saying take a right. Just the other night, I found another road that has a lot fewer lights. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Tell me nothing. Waze can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. Now there's an angry red line. I think that will be fine. If I drive like Ricky Bobby, I can make them all the time. My wife is upset, related as he's stressing. She's wondering why I can't just follow the directions. You took the wrong turn, she's shouting. But I'm rerouting. I'm gonna always question the suggestion.
That would be funny, Christy.
Because I know more than Google Maps knows. Gonna take my car down the other road because I know more than this thing knows. No slowing down, cross town, driving like a rock star, getting lots of dirty looks, cutting off other cars. I can get there faster with her U-turn real quick. Wife, she's filming and both the kids are car sick. Finally get there and I start to pout. It took 10 minutes longer than the suggested route. The wife. I might seem crazy, but I'm kinda cool. Yeah, I'ma throw you super high in the pool. As you probably warned you, I just went in there. But I also let my daughter braid my hair. Don't care, cause I'm your daddy. Got me long if you fart and you blame it on your bed. Cause I'm your daddy. Got me long if you let them jump around on the bed. Cause I'm your daddy. Got me long if people bought when Reagan was president. Cause I'm your daddy. Got me long if you buy them clothes that are bigger than the head. play some ball with my children. Yeah, I'm that guy who always has to win. Sorry. Yeah, I know I'm a little too competitive. But I also love being mad. Party at my butt. Clap along if this is how you like to eat cheddar cheese. Cause I'm your daddy. Clap along if I taught you how to make party sounds with your knees. Cause I'm your daddy. Clap along if your meals are entirely made of meat. Cause I'm your daddy. Clap along if this is the happiest place to be. Go around the world now, can't bring me down. They keep piling on, can't bring me down. Man, you can't fly, can't bring me down with your silly spray. Let's dance together because I'm your daddy. Clap along if you turn your house into extra roller race. Cause I'm your daddy. Clap along if you let your teenager do this to your face. Cause I'm your daddy. Clap along if you're okay with her dressing you up in lace. Cause I'm your daddy. Clap along if a baby with a football hits you in the face.
Open your throat, kid. Daddy in the face.
Cause I'm your daddy. Clap along if you clean his hair by car wash vacuuming. Cause I'm your daddy. Clap along if you let him hang on while you are biking. Cause I'm your daddy. Clap along if you want a sponsor and they are cheerleading.
I know, guys. I keep switching.
Hoarding toilet paper. I mean, it's not like we're gonna run out. Honey, is this poisonous?
You know, this quarantine may have more opportunities for intimate time. Can you use the downstairs bathroom when you poop? Do you always breathe like that? Like, so loud? Should we have you checked? Can I pluck your eyebrows? I mean, they're coming together just a little bit right there. Yeah.
You know what? I think working from home is gonna actually be better without all those office distractions. Okay, so if we could like maybe streamline that last project and like vis-a-vis cash flow, the cash flow looks good and the streamlining looks good. But like, what about the synergy? Circle back to the cash flow and the streamline and just make sure we're aligned there.
The gym is closed, but all these fitness apps are free. I'm gonna get an amazing workout every day. Oh, hi. Okay. Actually, great. Back and flat, your chest is nice and upright.
I'm gonna get caught up on reading. I have so many books to catch up on. These puppies are holding hands. Nature.
I just spent $300 on food. This is gonna last us like 2 weeks. It's been 2 days. How do we have nothing left but sour cream? It's expired, but I mean, not for nothing. Put it on potato or something. I don't know. You know, I'm gonna devote some time to finally learning how to fold a thin sheet.
Guys, this is a gift. We're gonna come together. We're gonna bond as a family. And scene.
How you doing, guys?
How you doing?
Hanging in there?
You doing okay?
A little self-isolation.
Mm-hmm.
We have been keeping busy making a lot of videos.
It helps.
Yeah, it helps to kind of keep your brain going.
I have some tips on how to get through this. You ready? Tip number 1, poop a floor away.
What if people don't have 2 floors?
Poop a room away. Get as far away as possible when you poop. I used to have what were called away games, where I would leave the house entirely to take care of my business, like the grocery store, the Target. That's not possible anymore, so I get as far. Tip number 2, when she's working out.
Okay. Let's stop this shit right. Anybody left? Okay. Like I said, I hope everybody is doing good. I just wanted to kind of see if I can learn how to do like the screen shares and stuff like everybody. And it seems like I can. I'm so excited for that. Which is kind of cool. You know, we're like I said, I'm just trying to take, you know, if you have any suggestions on what we should talk about or what you want to talk about or, you know, a subject, hey, leave in the comments. Let me know. You know, you can let Christy know. You can let, you know, it's like I said, it's definitely a boring time right now. In a second, I'm almost done. definitely a boring time right now for a lot of people. For most of us, I live in Washington State, so it's we're on lockdown. We are, quarantined. Have been for the last couple weeks. There's really nothing else to do. So I think I'm just going to start going live more and just talk. I know my voice can be a little boring, but hey, you'll get used to it. Aw, thank you, Nini. I know. Well, Christy and I just figured that it's boring. There's nothing else to do except for sit and watch TV or my phone. So I might as well go live and see what's going on in the world. And, we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. And, and I know that a lot of people, this is one thing I wanted to say is, I know I've heard some people say that, there's a lot going on in the world. Why is everybody so uptight over this YouTube drama? Why is, I don't understand why people are so upset over it. The problem is, though, is there is a lot going on in the world right now, but there's not a whole lot going on in our homes. So technically, some of us watch soap operas and some of us watch YouTube. So, hey, my guilty is watching YouTube, it just exactly, I'm not a news watcher. I don't watch a lot of news because I try not to, because I just get too wrapped up in it. I get too nervous. I get stressed out, and I'd rather not be that way. So I watch different things. I'm more into watching things on YouTube. And here lately, actually, I haven't really watched a lot of drama, but I've tried to catch like Makeup Mobster when she's gone live and hasn't gotten booted. And some other creators. Yes, exactly, Nini. That's the thing is, I like to get on here and watch. I've been watching Mama's Family reruns. Oh my gosh. I love Mama Family reruns. I used to watch it years ago. And, my kids are like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? But hey, and with the virus thing, I love being able to talk to everybody about it. And, because the scary thing is the unknown about it. And so if we could get people to talk about it, even people that have had it and talk about it, I think it's a good thing, because maybe it can take a little bit of fear out of people of, yes, stay, do what you're supposed to do, hunker down in your home, stay, be smart about it. But also, it's also good to talk to other people. I just think they, that have had it, because it makes you feel less, I guess, scared. I guess is what I'm trying to say. In my opinion. So, well, thank you guys for coming and watching us. And we'll probably go live again. And I'm talking plural. Sorry, I always do. But thank you. I've got to go in and wrap baby and get, and start dinner. It's 4:00. So, but I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you stay safe. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow, or we'll actually see you probably around in the chats. You never know. Have a good night, you guys. Thank you for coming.